Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to A House of Many Doors, where last episode we found this place, Mergulus, where gods are killed and processed. So, it was a delightful place. Was, interesting to visit, but I think it's time we went somewhere else. Somewhere away from here. I'm kind of curious if I could become threaded, though. And, of course, what exactly the thread is. If it's a little literal thread, or if it's something else. Suppose it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, though. Let's see here. I guess... Esoterica? Meh. Story of loss, grief, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, I probably should have actually read that. I don't think we'd seen that before, but oh well. All's well, all's well. And here's another opportunity. See how things work out? Holy crap. Nope, nope. God hunters. The hunters ride in hollow gods, deity corpses with their innards scraped out and replaced by machinery. The hooks and harpoons are designed for god butchery. Never heard of a mere Kinetopede defeating one. You don't voice this out loud to your crew, of course, because seeing a group of unthreaded encroaching on their territory, the hunters have clearly decided to have a little extracurricular sport. Rotting tentacles wrap around your Kinetopede's legs. Well then. I mean, the good news is that we're not... Nobody's dying. And we could probably disable their weapons easily enough. Yes, I think this is the best idea. Let's hope it is. Oh god, what? What? How? Oh, because we're delirious. Right, shit. Okay, yeah. Get out of here. Stop moving. Why can't I keep going? Okay. Well, this is a problem. A severe problem. Good news, they're not doing so hot. Okay. It's a real problem. Well, I guess this is what we're doing now. If we can knock out their weapons, we might survive this. Oh, good news. We seem to have destroyed something of theirs. Oh boy. Okay, Delgado, get the hell out of there. You I don't really care about. Properly killed. Okay, well, I guess we're loading that then. Damn it. Yeah, because I refuse to lose another person. So gather our news again. Repair the hull, obviously. Wander the streets. I assume this is mostly the same as before, so give me a moment. Yes, yes, yes. Lovely. Okay. That having been done, let's save. There we go. Alright, alright, alright. That could have been worse. Oof. That really sucks. Oh well. Once again, going to New Drayden. And we'll just go down to the left, I suppose. Yep, not doing that. Thing is, I think I could have killed it. But, I mean... Oh, why? But yes, if one of these guys die, I'm pretty much gonna say no to even trying to continue on. Admittedly, we did lose our one pilot, but he was rather bland, don't even remember him. I think his name was Bishop. God, there are a lot of you. Ugh. Although, good news, we learned where we need to strike them in the future. Hello. A horned skull. A remnant of the War of the Gods, or perhaps some other ancient dead god, stolen from another world by the house. Your crew mutter among themselves fearfully. A cold fist clenches in your stomach. Something about this thing makes you feel like the back of your teeth are being scraped by a sharp iron. Peer inside, something gleams in the eye socket. Oh. You reach into the skull's eye socket and shout in pain as something snaps its jaws around your wrist. Withdrawing your hand, you find it clutching a curved knife. A jewel-studded hilt has a set of drooling teeth, and they're currently clamped deep into your skin. It takes hours to prise it off. This is clearly some manner of occult thing, though its value remains undetermined. Well then. Oh, you're a snail. Well. I'll just keep going this way, thank you very much, Mr. Snail. Well, we're getting closer to New Drayden. Good news there. Bad news, we're broken again. Oh dear. So yeah, my original plan of just fetch mirroring back to the City of Keys looks like it was a good idea. No. No. What? Why? Okay. Near Bysis? Oh, you couldn't tell me that earlier. New Drayden first. And then we will consider going to Bysis. Okay. Good. Good. Just keep going. You find a bloody knife in your dresser. Didn't you throw this away? Strange, you'll keep it for now. Could come in useful again. Yeah, about that. Come on. Just one more room with no craziness happening would be great. And we're home free. Yeah, oh, wow, okay. Wait, what? New Drayden stands gleaming and spotless and empty. Everyone's gone. The mirror glass streets reflect nothing but architecture and a few abandoned remnants of life. An upset cart, a table of half-eaten meals, an evacuation, an abduction. New Drayden offers no answers, only crushing silence. I mean, prize up a pane of witch glass. It's not like anyone's around to stop you. You order your crew to prize up some glass from the floor for a further examination. Whispering fearfully, they walk out into the empty city and search for a cracked edge. You stand over them, hawk-eyed, as they don their gloves and slide a crowbar into the fracture. Be careful, the witch glass will shatter if you touch it barehanded. No shops. Well. Huh. Wander the empty streets, not a soul is left. Your footsteps echo endlessly across endless glass. No matter how far you walk, you don't see a soul. Your face stares back at you from 1,000 angles. When you stare down into the city reflection for too long, you swear you can see vague, distant figures darting out of sight. Something happened to New Drayden, but you doubt the Empire will ever admit it. Well then. Inspect the dubious trinket. Is it valuable, worthless? A moment's careful inspection is all that's required. A gimmick. Oh well. Now... Well, huh. Chat with Waif for what it's worth. Stabilize ourselves a little bit. I mean... You find yourself eyeing your human prisoner. Just a morsel couldn't hurt. That wouldn't be bad. I mean, we could do that. Let's just press gang them, though, before I eat them. Yeah, enjoy that. The other option was worse. Do I have more prisoners than I thought? Huh. I think there's a bug there or something. Or something's going very wrong. Well, despite my better judgment, let's leave the city, going east, to Bysis. Huh. Maybe I just don't have room for more people? Is that the deal? I'm not sure. Nope. 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 You already killed one of my guys once, which he still needs to recover from. On the bright side, once we get back to, City of Keys, we should be good. What? Whoa, what? Everybody's dead? Zhang Basho? He has recently been having great eruptions of rage, ranting and raving over imagined sights. Not something you ever expected from a Mycena. Well then. It's gotta be just a problem with my sanity. That's gotta be the thing that's causing the problem, right? Oh man, do I not like that. Bysis! Ho! Hi! You are huge. The air shimmers with heat. The Imperatrix's palace looms at the city's heart. A tower of witch-glass-infused bone, topped by the hideous skull of some slaughtered deity. The dancing god stands shackled to the great tower, and almost as tall. It capers madly in chains, blasts of fire keeping its lumpen feet from falling still. Well, you know what? Just to stop this, chat with, Waif real quick, and rest and recover. Bysis is a prickly city for those without thread. You're not allowed to enter certain districts and strongly discouraged from visiting bars or other entertainments. It takes some time to find somewhere that will allow you through the door, an expensive hotel that caters specifically to unthreaded foreigners. The atmosphere there is much better than you expected. The threaded hosts are kind and convivial, albeit a little condescending. When you finally collapse into bed, your sleep is peaceful and untroubled by nightmares. One more. It's expensive, but worth it if it... There we go. Gets rid of that nonsense. During your stay at Bysis, a dream consumes you. A colossal man sits on a golden throne clad in purple robes. The crown on his ancient head is so jeweled that it's almost gaudy. His face is sharply cheekboned and painfully handsome, though lined with age. In one hand he holds a diamond-studded scepter. Wanderer, says the man softly, even sitting at he is taller than most buildings. I come to thee in supplication, end my torment. Oh. Oh, it's the dancing god. Oh. Suddenly you recognize him, the dancing god, the hideous and hideously tortured deity who looms at the center of Bysis. The threaded torment him for sport, and he shuffles his lumpen feet with every new lick of flame, but in your dream he is neither bent nor scarred. I wish gods would leave my dreams alone for once. Then thou knowest what it means to be subject to the capricious will of those more powerful than thee, says the god. How can I help you? I wish to break free of my prison, says the dancing god. His eyes are like two shards of a broken mirror. The threaded killeth my kind, and enslaveth thine. We have a common enemy. Art thou familiar with the vessels, empty sacks of flesh, alive but dead, their souls pulled from their bodies? They were unthreaded humans once, like thou. The dancing god leans forward. If we could return their souls to their bodies and free them, it would cause havoc across the Empire. Enough chaos for me to effect mine escape. What will you give me if I help you? I can give thee nothing but promises, but those I have in abundance, says the dancing god. Once I am free, I will grant thee secrets, power, and gold. Yes, I'm definitely okay with helping him. It does hurt the Empire, which, oddly enough, is down here as well as up at the top of the house. Peculiar. But yes, we will help you. I am grateful. The old god bows his head, his flesh twisting before your eyes, his robes become ragged, his skin swirls with scars. The souls of the vessels power the shambles, the horror machine used in Mergulus to rend the flesh of gods. Retrieve them from the shambles and bring them to me. You wake with a strange feeling of clarity. Oh no, I am not doing that. Don't get me wrong, there's problems with gods, but torturing them for sport, not my kind of, thing. You understand. Gather news, you're not threaded and therefore a second-class citizen. You'll need to observe the correct rituals of obeisance before anyone talks to you. Yet another day of mourning has been observed for the deceased Imperator. The screams of the dancing god have sent some unthreaded vessels into seizures and fits. You're not allowed to look up until the threaded citizen has glided away, only the tips of their toes brushing the floor. Wander the streets. Flashes brighten the city every few minutes, accompanied by a renewed roar of pain from the dancing god. The enormous clockwork hummingbird lands on the street beside you, bronze feathers shimmering, its eyes 2 pearls as big as your head. A door swings open in its belly, revealing a comfortable-looking armchair and a glass viewport where the bird's cloaca should be. Care for a guided tour, unthreaded, draws the threaded man who sits atop the hummingbird's saddle. For only 100 guineas, I'll show you the delights of our magnificent city. Why not? How often do you get to fly around in a clockwork hummingbird? The hummingbird takes you on a swooping tour of the whole of Bysis, with the guide providing sporadic and condescending commentary. To your right is the Arc of Pure Thought. See how it glimmers. It's looping around the silver rails of the Serpent Metropolitan. To your left, of course, more statues of the old Imperator. Such a fierce visage. And that is the dancing god. See how it writhes in torment? Ah, and this is the Hall of Wonders, which boasts treasures so magnificent they would make your tiny, unattached brain fall out of your skull. The hummingbird flits through impossible circular waterfalls, between the legs of magnificent stone monuments that wave their hands as though they were alive, beneath immense gold spheres like comets, and fading statues that have been sculpted from violet smoke. Bysis is the jewel in the crown of the Empire, says the tour guide proudly, and despite all his rudeness, you can't disagree. The hummingbird lands you back on the street with a bone-rattling thump. Your tour guide dismisses you with a sneer. Well, I think telling the Imperatrix about this dream would be a bad call. Although perhaps... You know, we do have save files, why not? Save over new slot, and let's see. You have to fill in a lot of cryptic paperwork in front of very dismissive bureaucrats before you're allowed in her presence. When you tell her about your dream, the Imperatrix sits up straight in her god-bone throne. Her court whisper among themselves, their long threads intertwining and sinuous. I thought we'd beaten all thoughts of escape out of him long ago, snaps the Imperatrix. But still he schemes, when will it end? She glances at her assembled court. Out, all of you. Leave me alone with the unthreaded. The courtiers file from the room, muttering. Soon you and the Imperatrix are alone. My court must not know this, but I lack the power to kill the dancing god, she says. He's one of the old gods, nothing like the atavistic spirits and godlings we slaughter every week. Keeping him contained is all we can manage. I believe the knackers have invented a way to kill him, but they hide it from me in the shambles. She descends from her throne, armor creaking with every step, dark thread spooling endlessly from her limbs to the ceiling above. Her movements are stilted like a marionette. A thought occurs, unthreaded, she says. The shambles will slaughter any gods or threaded who enter, but I doubt the knackers instructed it to butcher mere mortals like yourself. Why would they bother? She clutches your shoulder in one gauntleted fist. This close you can see that her purple-black armor is knotted and whirled, god blood, curdled and hardened and molded around her. Travel to Mergulus and enter the shambles. Return with a weapon to kill the dancing god, and you will be rewarded. Her smile is nightmarish. Fail me, she says, and I will make of you a vessel. Well, this was a mistake. But a mistake that I think I'm going to keep. It's like, part of me is like, I should probably not do this thing that we're doing now. Oh, do I not have a choice? Oh, that would really suck if that's the case. Oh. Ooh. I want you. I need you. And I have questions about you. Interesting. I want to know. So real quick, let's go to Mergulus. I know this is a bad idea, but let's do this. Oh hey, everybody's not dead. Good. I was worried about that. No. Get away from me. Stay there. Stay. No, get. Okay. Up. Up. Up and away. Really, I just want to know if we're trapped in this storyline now. Because if we are, I'm gonna go back to that save file because, I want to help this god. Fuck. Specters hang at the edge of your vision. When you try to catch sight of them, they withdraw like morning mist. You're left with a vague impression of a face that you recognized and sweat prickling beneath your clothes. Careful. I can't deal with you. You affect my sanity. Oh boy. And there's the sound of scissors and grinding metal. Nope. To the right. Okay. Oh, we don't have a choice now. Oh, okay, that's not okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but no. Like, I don't want to betray the dancing god. At all. So, no. I should have known that would happen, but still, I thought I would be given a choice, Support this one or support that one. Ah, well. Buy our 2 bits of witch glass, which should be the last that we need, really. Let me just check real quick. Warding iron, I do need 2 more pieces of that, but that's easy to get. Witch glass, come on, where are you? There you are. Oh, bought more than I needed. Fair enough. Alright, so I am going to do the smart thing. And where's my fetch mirror? Yes. City keys, please. Okay, how do we want to get through the mirror-wise here? Fair enough. A test of guts. Courage, the grass wilts. The mirror-wise holds no terrors for a poet. Mirrors are a natural home for both joy and despair. So many emotions poured through the glass, and it devastates the world beyond. The mirror-wise reacts mindlessly to any traveler's psyche. Your total lack of fear makes you an oasis of calm. You watch the events around you with unabashed, unafraid interest. Rains of purple meteors on a billowing sea, splinters of burning crystal battling each other in the heavens. The real world seems painfully pale in comparison, and we're home. Fix me, please. There we are. Much better. Ugh, okay. Don't really want to repair us. Selling, actually. No. Nope. But yes. Lillian whistles, careful, bring me more of this and I'll have to kiss you. Alright, that's one less bottle of darkness. Pleasure doing business. Oh boy. Trying to think what else I would want. I guess, could use another boxcar, but no. Would not be the wisest choice. Oh, turns out I should have bought more warding iron when I had the chance. Oh well, hindsight. Pity. So here, have all my stories, please. Thank you. I like Bisis. Yeah, that's quite a bit of a distance away now, isn't it? Alright. Let's go to the museum. Oh! Well. I do have 2 oscillating prisms. I can donate the key. Okay, is that what the key is for? I mean, I still want to look up if I can use the key somehow. Let's see here. Arcane Codex? Maybe. Blood-soaked monolith? Well, I don't have any other use for it, so sure. Tell me what's going on there, huh? Yes, Bottled Darkness, eggs of scientific value, The blood-soaked monolith seems to radiate waves of ancient goatish anger. How dare you display it like some common rock? Well, good news. It's just bordering on unacceptable. Exhibits are rather gruesome. Fair enough. Well, let's see here. I don't believe I need the wondrous device. I probably don't need the occultist paraphernalia or the key either. For now, leave. Oh. As you leave the museum, you're accosted by an old woman. She appears to be an occultist of some kind, judging by the candle wax spattered down her sleeves, the rune tattoos that dance across her gnarled hands, her mask of badly stitched leather. Your museum is invading my nightmares, she hisses. So many harbingers of madness and the occult gathered together in one place. Be careful, Brian Bright, or they will begin to conspire. She hurries away, the smog swallowing her in an instant. Well, that's worrisome. Anyway, checking on Otto. The windows of Otto's pleasant little house are shattered. Dried brown blood cakes the front steps. Watch officers stand under the porch, smoking cigarettes and laughing. A detective stands further back, smoking his pipe and jotting in a notebook. What happened? Get back, hollers one of the watch officers, ignoring your query. This is a crime scene. Get back, mate. He glances up from his notepad. It's an odd one. There are stacks of bizarre animal corpses in there, and the homeowner's missing. Did you know Mr. von Hornbach? Hornbach? Fair enough. Yes, I knew him. Well, I'm very sorry for your loss, says the detective. Mr. von Hornbach is most likely dead. Did he have any associations with the Church of Gravidon, as far as you know? What do the Gravidonites have to do with this? The Church of Gravidon were certainly involved, says the detective, flipping his notebook shut and sighing. Unfortunately, the Church has always enjoyed the governor's favor. Investigating them is a political nightmare. He glances up at the broken house, the blood-stained steps. If the victim is still alive, he'll have been dragged back to their cathedral abattoir in the city of Bridges, and will have even less luck getting justice in that lawless cesspit. Back to the Kinetopede. We're mostly fixed. I didn't mean to press that, but sure. We have the time. Leave the city. The city of Bridges. Yep. Okay. We're going to save Otto. Oh. Hello. Bradley Baggs knock at your door. When you open the door to your quarters, a canvas bag tips over and spills guineas across your floor. A note's been left stuffed amongst the coins. You won. The note is not signed. There are 400 guineas in total. Nice. But more important business right now. Going off to save my Lightkeeper, I think is what they were called. Didn't really pay attention to the names. Look, Our main goal isn't really, being all friendly with these lot. Our goal is to keep them alive. One more down. And then to the left. Do hope Otto's still alive. He should be alive. Oh, he's a pacifist, the goddamn idiot. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. First things first. Otto is being held at the Abattoir Cathedral of Gravedon. The Abattoir Cathedral is a monstrosity of curdled stone, a twisted knot of squatting architecture. Viscera spurts from its belly, staining the lower-class bridges below. Two big-bellied guards stand outside its front doors, wearing iron masks in the shape of snarling pigs. Ugh. Offer a bribe, 200 guineas each, and they never saw you. The guards grunt in satisfaction when you show them your gold. Go in, be quick about it. Inside the Abattoir Cathedral is dizzyingly putrid and warm. Pig carcasses and strips of raw flesh hang across the corridors like curtains. Your shoes slip on licks of blood. A huge brute of a man shoves, snorting past you, dragging a barely alive thing that might have been a pig. You hope it was a pig. Two butcher priests are in loud conversation nearby, the thud of their cleavers providing surreal punctuation. Stop and listen. We're to bring more pigs upstairs to the Grand Master, rumbles one of the priests. Thud, thud the cleaver. He wants to feed more eyes to that bird of his. I want to go down and see the fight, says the other. Won't be no fight, boy. Been trying to make him fight for days. Fella's some sort of pacifist. Go downstairs to the fight pit to rescue Otto. Head down the nearest set of stone stairs, emerging at the back of a baying audience of men and women in pig masks. The scene reminds you uncomfortably of the car tar at the Hound Pit, but there is none of the jokes or gambling. The sweaty bodies crammed around you are howling and screeching with religious fervor. Down in the pit, in a circle of blood-red sand, stands Otto. His huge arms are folded. His pince-nez glasses are gone. There's a ragged empty hole where one eye should be. The eyelid drooped over a hollow socket. Push through the crowd. Right now you're too far back to do anything but watch. A rattling iron gate withdraws and the Gravedonite champion emerges. A tall man with slabs of muscle holding a spiked iron chain. Of course, next to Otto, he looks as small as a child. Otto backs away, his face a mask of horror and exhaustion. I will not fight, he mutters. The champion advances, swinging his spiked chain. The crowd hoot and yell. You finally manage to shove and claw your way to the front of the heaving masses. Leap down into the pit. Oh, fuck. Red sand crunches beneath your feet. This seems familiar somehow. The crowd have fallen into a hush at your unexpected arrival. A test of grit. Fight the champion in Otto's place. You lunge at the chain-swinging champion, who backs away in sudden alarm. He hadn't expected to face an opponent ready to fight back. You duck close to him and cordially introduce your knife blade to the hollows of his armpit. As the champion falls, you drag Otto away and break into a run, up the stairs, away from the cloying slaughterhouse air. Fucking A. What happened to your eye? They fed my eye to the hawk, says Otto grimly, as together you flee down the bleeding corridors, and I saw terrible things, Brian Bright. The Grand Master wanted to see the visions for himself, but of course he never dared feed his own eye to the thing. Why? Oh, they didn't care about me, says Otto. You pass a group of priests, their cleavers rising and falling. They just wanted the hawk. They could have just killed me, but I think they were impressed by my size. They wanted to see me fight. Let's get out of here. You spill out into the streets outside, and instantly the reeking claustrophobia of the cathedral seems 1,000 miles away. Back at the Kinetopede, Otto winds bandages around his empty socket, staring grimly into the middle distance. When they came into my house, they took all my notes and observations and ripped them into pieces, he says quietly. That was my best work. It might have been worse than when they cut out my eye. He shakes his head. They were so venal. No thoughts in their heads at all. Not a moment of reflection or empathy or caring. They live a life without meaning and they wallow in it. Man, you really should fight. It was the right thing to do, says Otto. He sinks back into his bed, exhausted. We can argue about the wisdom, the practicality, the efficacy, but not the rightness. I'd be glad to join your crew again if you'd let me. I have nothing else left now. It's kind of sad. Well, gather our news. Another cosmonaut lost to the void. Glimmerport champions have threatened to return to the City of Knives if they go much longer without a contract. Masked and anonymous death squad's been killing dozens of Mycenae in the underhangs. What a wonderful place we live in. Simply delightful. Wander the bridges. Seen you before. Keep walking. But yes. Now this business. Pay the cosmonauts a visit. Anton requires 3 warding iron, 3 witch glass, and 1 deactivated golem, all of which we have. You have what we need, asks Anton breathlessly, hurrying forward. Amazing. Show me. Anton looks ready to give you a hug, then his face falls. Do you have any engineering skill? I can't build this on my own. Well, Delgado doesn't really, so... You spend a week at the Cosmonaut headquarters, hammering and welding and beating iron into shape. Along the way, you modify Anton's design slightly. The old man has done an admirable job with the design, but there are improvements to be made. Finally, the Cosmosphere is finished, a gleaming bell of glass and iron. This will keep a man safe from almost anything, says Anton confidently. Anton sends word to the other cosmonauts of your success. Anton explains the Cosmosphere to his assembled devotees. He explains that it is largely untested and the first of its kind. He explains that it was built inexpertly in a shed by amateurs. Now who wants to join me on its first ever descent? He asks. The cosmonauts stay silent. Someone coughs. I mean, when you put it that way... God, I need something lighthearted after that one. Volunteer. Brian Bright, exclaims Anton, delighted. Looking for a darker place to explore, eh? Well, after all your help, I can hardly say no. Give me time to conduct some tests, he says, then come and meet when you are ready to descend. The cosmonauts return to their busy lives. Anton flips his welding mask back on and gets to work shoring up the chain. He seems to be the only one here who's here full-time. Alright. Let's make this magic happen. Descend in the Cosmosphere. Anton assures you that the preparations have been made. The Cosmosphere is ready. The things below, they flew to me when I was a boy, told me I must one day join them. That's why I decided to become a cosmonaut. I was curious, but sometimes I feel I've learned nothing since then, for all my efforts. You continue to descend, the chain squeaking and rattling. Anton sings a wheezing song from his youth. His smile is so broad that it buckles the metal in its face. Pale things flit past in the void outside. Something scrapes the hull. When you turn on the lamps, there's nothing in sight. Is the metal on Anton's face starting to spread? Ugh. Descend one more. It's spreading, it covers one eye now. The depths nurture it, he says. We're deeper now than any cosmonaut has ever gone. A scratching at the window, you turn on the lamp. There's something on the other side of the witch glass, just inches from your face. An eyeless bird of iron and wood. Its body narrow as a stick, its iron beak a curved and vicious blade. Wings of metal. It scratches one last time, then flits away. Descend, it's all you can do. Oh dear. You hit something with a thump that rattles you to the bones. A floor, shouts Anton, breathless with excitement. There's a floor down there, after all. He's in a bad way, though. The metal's spread further, almost entirely covering his one remaining eye. He squints through it desperately. Please, he begs, take me out there. I need to see what's down there before... Anton coughs. Iron filings scatter around his hands. He scrambles towards the hatch desperately. Oh man. Like, I think he's dying. I think my... Oh, shit. He's almost definitely dying. Stop him. The scythe birds are out there, you know it, waiting for a sign of weakness. I want to go out, shouts Anton miserably. I'm dead anyway, let me see what I died for. But you remain steadfast and give the chain a yank. Finally, blessedly, they begin to reel you back in. The chasmosphere lifts from the floor, swinging. A dozen clanking scythe birds scratch and peck fiercely at the witch glass. Anton convulses and shrieks beside you as the metal overtakes him. Today, Anton's on the floor, encased from head to toe in metal. He makes no more noise. The metal around Anton is buckling inward, compressing. You hope he's not still alive in there. The chasmosphere fills with the sound of his cracking bones, occasionally the splurch of an organ. Overnight, the metal is compressed to the length of a chair leg. Is Anton really still in there somewhere? He must have been squashed into the finest of pastes. The metal remnant of Anton has sprouted tiny silvery wings and a beak like a blade. It flutters, a nascent little thing. If it scratches you, you will develop the same metallic infection, though you might be high up enough now for it to fail to thrive. Open the hatch and let it fly down to its comrades below. You open the hatch, and the infant scythe bird hops out into the darkness. You turn on your lamp just for a moment and watch it glimmer as it glides away. The rest of the journey is lonely. Finally, you reach the top. The waiting cosmonauts raise a cheer, though it dies when they see that Anton's missing. Your eyes hurt. You'd forgotten about light. You tell them what happened to Anton, their eyes filled with tears. He was a good man, says a young woman you recognize as Greta. She's sitting in a scuttle chair, but seems otherwise recovered. At least he reached the floor below before he died. It was all he ever wanted. You attend Anton's memorial service the next day. None of the other cosmonauts share his determination. None of them have heard the call from below. You expect they will disband soon. I should have opened the door. I mean, hindsight and all that, but... Oh, I should have opened the door. A shame. Let me see here. Let's see. Surely you have something. Ah, of course. Have you ever seen such a thing? The teeth, the eyes, the absent face. A good, kind god this was. I'm sure. Well. I suppose somehow this could have all gone worse. Chat with Waif. Yeah, so next episode, seeing as we're fairly broken, we'll have to go back to the City of Keys. And then... well... then we shall see. But for now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.